Good morning, guys. It is Monday. Actually, oh my God, what am I saying? It's Tuesday. So we've just had the long weekend for Memorial Day here in US. So we took yesterday off training and I'm kind of starting day one of my program today. So this is my first go at the new Road to Worlds training program. And for this week, we're actually starting off with a deload. So usually I program in either 4 or 6 week training blocks. So we've kind of just had a pretty extensive 6-week training block. So always starting that first week as a deload, so a little bit lighter. What I tend to do is drop back the total number of sets. I still keep the intensity relatively high, so it's between, say, a 7 and a 7.5 RPE, rate of perceived exertion. But that's one of many ways that you can do a deload. It's just kind of how I like to do things, just dropping the volume down by way of reduced sets. So I'm kind of happy about that because every time you start a new training program, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but you're always a little bit slower, just kind of navigating through the routine because you've got different exercise combinations and pairings. So you're like used to doing one thing and then you've got to change up your whole routine. So it is a little bit slower. So having the deload also helps ease you back into a new program as well. So lower body today, we're going to be starting with some pin squats and then we've got a pretty killer full body lower session. So this exercise, or warm up I guess that I'm doing right now, is just a basic hip opener. I get really tight in my hips because I sit all day at work. So yeah, I've got a few things. Most of the exercises that I do before I warm up are truly just hip mobility. Otherwise my squats really suffer. So you want to position yourself far away enough from the attachment that you've got a good amount of resistance on the band the entire time. So when you pull in, really contracting through here, opening up that hip. And I just do like 10 to 15 per side. All right, that's a little bit low. So for pin squats, I want to be coming down to parallel. And that was probably a little bit lower than parallel. We'll try that. So see how this is too low? I'm way below parallel here with my hip angle, so we will be taking that back up. There we go. That's better. So the main reason that kind of programming in pin squats is really just to work on, I guess, the bottom part of the squat. So I think when you look at kind of the movement patterns and the strength curve for a regular barbell squat, the most difficult part is really kind of when you're kind of driving up through the ascent. And usually when you're squatting without catch bars, we rely a lot on a stretch reflex to kind of push you back up. So this completely takes away that stretch reflex and you're driving from a complete like stagnant place. So it's a little bit more challenging in my opinion than a regular squat because you don't have the momentum. But it really helps carry over to your overall squat performance when you get rid of those catch bars. So we're going to be working 2 sets of 6 today, so in that strength rep range. That's probably about as low as I'll go for my prep. I don't think I really want to hit too many heavier load sets. They're really fatiguing, and at the end of the day, the goal isn't to be as strong as possible through this prep. It's just hypertrophy should be the main focus. So I might have 1 or 2 heavier sets throughout the program, but that's it. Probably should put my knee sleeves on. I usually do that at like, when I'm maybe 1 more set away from my working sets, I'll put my knee sleeves on because it kind of just gives you a little bit of an extra confidence boost. So I'll work up to a place where I'm like a little uncomfortable, and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to put my belt on, I'm ready to put my knee sleeves on. So I'll have 1 more set here before I actually commit to a set. Yeah, I'll just do 15 today.
I'd love to do 185 on pin squats, but I might save that for not a deload week.
Yeah, I've really scaled it back. I think my last heaviest set in the last training block that we did with these, I think I got up to 240 for 6.
For pin squats?
So that was 205. So that's pretty significant.
240 for pin squats?
For 6.
Damn.
There's something comfortable about them. It's like you're protected underneath the rack. Like you're a bit more game.
Or you're just strong as fuck. That's awesome.
I reckon you can. I reckon if we push it maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks and just see how it feels. Or even just for 1 set.
Yeah, or even like drop the reps back. If you wanted to do more like strength rep ranges on the pin squats, that would be crazy. Like 225.
Yeah, if we were going to work on, you know what we should probably do? I don't know whether I'm not sure how much strength-based work I want to incorporate just because it's so fatiguing. Remember how beat up we were? So
yeah. But I do think the combination rep ranges, it does help.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, last set. Yep. All right. Four. Up, up, up. Last one. Hey, good job. I love when you wear the pink band.
Excuse me, sir. Would you please move?
Yeah.
Oh my God, still suffocating. So we are doing deficit RDLs today. So that basically just means you're elevating yourself above ground level. The reason that we're doing this is because both of us have very flexible hamstrings. So it would be really important for us to be able to exercise the muscle to the full range of motion, sure that we're actually targeting the entire length, and that will help with your hypertrophy outcomes. So yeah, if you aren't very flexible, you don't need to do a deficit RDL. Some people can only take that down to maybe mid-shin height before they start to round through their spine, but that is definitely not the case for us. Sure. $160 today, just to give you a bit of a reference point for, I guess, the percentage decrease. This is 160. For a heavy working set of 10, I might normally work up to 205. I think 210 is probably like right at my RPE 9.5 for this. So again, I'm giving my body a break. I know a lot of people really freak out about taking a rest week, but it's worth it.
Mom.
Okay, so I'm just in the workout builder at the moment. I'm just going to go and put my weight in for the first set of pin squats. So I can go 215. Deficit RDLs, that was 160. Gonna go and tick those bad boys off. and yeah, glute kickbacks now. So it's been a hot minute since I've done these, so I'll probably go back and look at a past program just to see where I finished up with this kind of a rep range, and then go light.
Oh my God, I can't remember if I sent it to you or not, but I saw on Instagram it was an ad for these pockets that you get into so that you don't get your sheets tanned up. I can't remember if I sent it to you, but I was like, that's such a smart invention.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a sheet that you kind of climb into?
Yeah, they're like special tanning sheets that you slide into at night so that it doesn't fuck your bed up. I was like, damn, we need those.
Ladies, I don't know if you captured that moment, but tanning sheets. No, it makes sense though, because it's so annoying if you have a spray tan and then you've just made your bed fresh sheets and you're like, ooh, do I really want to sleep in that nice clean bed?
I know.
It's messy. If I have some pre-workout, will you let me use your drink to Lisa?
A true friend.
True friend shares a drink.
Cheers.
Mine is in my center console with my knee sleeves.
Okay, you gotta get your mouth wet first if you're gonna dry scoop it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the amateur mistake, is not.
Wait for the beat drop.
Why do they feel so hard today?
Because they're 12 reps each. No descending rep range.
Even my heart rate's at 150. Meanwhile, T's is at 180.
Hey, I saw a big drop in the scale this week.
You weren't?
I saw a big drop in the scale this week. Finally, after I came off my period.
Yeah.
So it felt.
What are you at? 112?
No, I've been getting more 116s, but then I was hitting 115, and then I hit a 114 this week.
Okay.
And that's like, I haven't gotten that low, aside from like a few days before the show.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So Teresa and I,
distracting too.
we've been joking, but kind of serious at the same time. There's a Zumba class in the wall behind us over here, and some mornings there must be like 50 or 60 women in there,
Yeah.
and they all look like they're having so much fun. They're just like. So we've been joking for a hot minute now to say like we should just go and do it one day, and it would be really fun for a bit of cardio instead of going for a walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We should commit, and Brian can come and film us.
Oh God.
That would be a nightmare.
That would be so fun.
Oh, okay, what have we got next?
Hamstring. These are the ones I had to pull back on because they were super isolated.
Slow them down, really control it and see how it feels. Forget the hamstrings. Let's just look at these shoulders. Bossing out over here. Good. How was that?
Good. I think these knee things helped.
Yeah, a little bit more secure.
Yeah.
This is really magic right here. This is where the magic happens. You just place this little old pad on your shins and Bob's your uncle. Yeah, I think I've been at such a higher body fat percentage for such a long time and just cool with it. So like I'll walk past and like see what I'm starting to look like. I mean, it's only early days, but it's just so different. And I'm trying to be really neutral about how I feel about it because I don't want to be attached to this. So I'm just like, oh, good job. Like what's happening is meant to be happening, you know, as opposed to, wow, I look really good. It's a bizarre feeling not having any hang-ups on what you look like at any spectrum. So, Okay, I programmed leg press next. So generally when it depends which day of the week it is, but I'll try to rotate through each of the different muscle groups so that we have kind of time to rest one between exercises. So starting with like quads, hamstrings, glutes. Quads, hamstrings, glutes. So that is why I've got a leg press as kind of the last quad specific exercise today. But this isn't the major or the primary focus to the session. The squats are the exercise that I want the work to be done on. This is really just like an accessory movement. So just trying to get in a bit of extra volume. So I'm not going to be pushing too hard on this. If it was exercise number 1, the weights that we'd be lifting would be significantly more. So yeah. Is this tempo today? Oh, I put a tempo in just to really.
And it's 12 reps, which is more than our last block, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had 10 last time, so we probably should be.
I'm checking my last block to see where I left. I think I did 240 for 10.
Yeah.
And that was 3 seconds on the eccentric.
Well, I would start with your, since we're trying to do an RPE 7 today.
Yeah, start with this.
Start here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the tempo 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice and slow. So T's probably going to focus on more glute specific, so high and wide. I'll probably go a little bit narrower than T because I kind of want this one to be quad specific. So you'll notice the differences in our feet position. Good, don't rush. Almost there, come on. Good. 45 seconds. That's how long that was.
You're doing, babe.
Am I doing? I think I will go
25?
25s, yeah. So guys, I want you to have a quick look at my knee angle when I get to the bottom of this rep. So you're going to notice I have a lot more forward knee travel, so my knee is going to be trying to get over my toe. That right there is what loads your quads. If I'm out wide and high, I'm coming out, there's a lot less forward knee travel, and that really activates your glutes more. So again, depending on what you guys want to work, that really is how you should be structuring your feet position. So if you can go narrow and close, that's going to be quads as well.
I think we have the single leg, but
Oh, do we?
whatever. Single leg hyperextension,
Oh yeah,
right?
you're probably right.
But that's open, so whatever you want.
Myself. So it's been a little while since I've done a single leg back or hyperextension, so I'm actually just going to start off with a body weight just to kind of get back into the groove of the movement so that when I do lift the weight I'm doing it correctly, because if I started with weight, like, I'm not going to have that technique down pat yet, so see how it feels. So you probably saw how I hooked my ankle back over the other side. That just kind of supports me a little bit more and my leg doesn't feel like it's flying around everywhere. So everyone's going to have their own preference with that, but I feel really secure in that position, so that was good. I'll use the bar for my next set. So I took it up to the highest guess, incline here, because when it's too low, when your arms are outstretched with the bar, you don't really have enough range of motion. Again, I've got really flexible hamstrings, so if I'm only going really lengthening my hamstrings, I've got to keep going all the way down. So I need a high position to really do a full stretch. So again, test out a few different positions when you're using this, and go to a place where you feel there's a good amount of length in the back of your legs, and it's going to be different for everybody. So when I'm here, I'm honestly not really in a full range of motion, but the machine that enabled me to hang like my straight, because that's now stretching my hamstrings.
So we just have calves and dead bugs.
And Teresa's just going to load up about 500 pounds for her calves because she's a freak. Y'all remember this girl?
Why doesn't it show, man? Come on. I'm putting the weight up, let's go.
I'm like 20 pounds heavier than Teresa on a good day.
12 reps.
And she still blitzes me.
Wish it was in my glutes.
Dude, your glutes are fine. Find a space over on the strip area. This exercise I don't have a demonstration for on the workout builder yet. Dead bug, for those that don't know, it's honestly just you're extending your opposite arm to leg. So that's a regular dead bug. So you're just opposite arm. You're pushing your lower back into the ground. So that would be, I guess, the easiest beginner version of a dead bug. So this version, we've got straight legs, hands holding the ball. You're gonna keep that ball in position. I've got to give some props to my girl, Shelley Beatty. She actually introduced this one to me. Use your toe to hold the ball up. Now you got to press your toe into the ball, which contracts your abs a little bit more. Yeah. So I think probably what we'll do as we progress through this first 6-week training block, because I've got it in the second 6-week training block as well. The rep range is not going to be challenging enough, so I'll probably have a play around and see how I can make it more difficult. I think ankle weights would probably be a good option. I've got a set of 2.5s floating around, so that would make it more challenging. Or we may just look at increasing the rep range, just to really work the core to its capability, because you do want to still try and progress. And for me, that's a weak point. I don't have very deep set tendons around my ab structure, so it's always quite flat, and I don't look like I have abs. So I have to do the work on my core this prep. How did you like it? It's all right? Okay guys, so that was day 1 of the new program. I really enjoyed it, as you can see. It was really nice and light this week, and I think something that I have learned over the years is not to be afraid of taking these breaks. I know a lot of clients that I've worked with over the years, and I was guilty of this myself when I kind of was first really getting into, I guess, the evidence-based approach to training. But they get very nervous that, oh, my energy expenditure is going to go down. I'm going to gain all this weight this week because I'm not trying as hard. Yes, you may have a slightly lower energy expenditure for that 1 week, but it's kind of necessary. If you've been putting in a lot of work, your body does need to recover. You are at a higher risk of injury if you are constantly pushing and you're feeling really sore and you're not recovering well. So don't be afraid to take this first deload, especially if you've been working really hard. So I think the good thing is, or the thing to consider is, when you get back next week to our second week of this training block, your energy expenditure is going to go right back to where it was previously. So even if there was a slight little adjustment in your weight up because of that decreased energy expenditure this week, your body is just going to shift back to where it was before. You know, it's 7 days of slight change or variability, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things, for the benefits that it actually has. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really did. I'm very excited to keep working through the next 2 training programs, which I'll try to film for you guys so you can see some of those new exercises, because like I said, I have added several new options to the workout builder, which I have not had a chance to record. So if any of you are struggling or you aren't sure what something is and you haven't had an opportunity to see all of these videos, just send me a DM or even better, email me. I get a lot of messages on my Instagram account, and it's hard for me to kind of keep up with them all because there's a lot in there and they kind of just start going all the way down to the bottom. So emails are a little bit more assured of getting to me, and that way I can kind of send you a quick voice message and let you know what the exercise is if you have questions. But we also have the Facebook group. So guys, if you want to hop on and I guess chat with the other people that are doing this program, you know, join in with that camaraderie, help each other out, support each other. We do have our private Road to Worlds Facebook group. All that information can be found on the landing page, which I'll provide all of those descriptions for you in the description below, or the links in the description below. And you can go and check all of that detail out. So until then, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.